we're going to be talking about 5 leadership tips that Chanakya spoke about that's even relevant today after 3,000 years. Chanakya was born as Vishnu GUPTA. Some say he adopted the name Chanakya, others say that he was called Chanakya due to his wisdom. Chanakya was the prime minister under the reign of Chandragupta Maurya. He is also known as the famous kingmaker who helped overthrow Nanda dynasty and was the founder of the Mauryan Empire. He wrote the Arthashastra, which is known as the earliest books to cover Indian treatise on politics, economics, military strategy, and the function of the state and social organization. And this was written somewhere between 2nd century BCE and 3rd century CE. Think about that, that's a long time ago. The Arthashastra was influential till the 12th century when it kind of disappeared. It was rediscovered in 1905, written on palm leaves, and the text still existed. But it was lost for over 2,500 plus years. Isn't that amazing already? But before we proceed and tell you a couple of leadership tips by the man himself, have you subscribed yet? If not, I give you 2 seconds. 1, 2. Alright, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's move ahead and deep dive into 5 amazing things Chanakya spoke about 2,500 plus years ago that is relevant even till today. Watch till the end because we will be talking about a few bonus leadership pointers mentioned by the man himself. You are watching Cut the Crop. Let's cut to the chase and harvest your profits. Talking about Chanakya, before we begin, no one is perfect, not even the great thinker himself, but we shouldn't forget that this came from a man 2,500 plus years ago. You might find some writings that are morally incorrect, but we are covering the good pointers that he spoke about. And also remember, our country, India, is one of the greatest countries with history and abundance of knowledge that we distributed to the world. So no matter what, be a proud Indian. And if you haven't invested your time to learn about the culture, the teachings, the dynasties of the past, you should do it and use it in your modern lifestyle just the way I plan to do it as well. Let's talk about one of the most important men in Indian history that the schools never did justice to, Chanakya. And here are his 5 points that I have brought together for you. Point number 1, a man comes alone in the world and meets his end alone. This means there is no one but you for yourself at all times. So get yourself up and put in that work. Put in that work in that gym. Put in that work in those books. Learn some finance. Whatever you're looking for in the outer world is already present inside you. There is nothing more that you can get in the world out there that you already don't have within you. Love, compassion, thirst for knowledge all starts with you, my friend. Yes, people come, people go, people stay with you. No, sometimes they do okay. But you are going to stay with yourself forever. This means make the most out of it and be as independent as you can rather than relying heavily on others. This also doesn't mean that you don't work in a team. If you're in a team, make it count with your contribution. Point number 2, one should never leak out well-intentioned determinations and they should guard them like a secret mantra. The implementation should also be achieved without any fanfare and total secrecy. Don't tell anyone your goals, guard them. This is what he said. Why? Because people around you will form opinions, good or bad. Those opinions will subconsciously drive your mind rather than you driving your own mind towards your own goals and ambitions, because no one but you understand your goals better. Hence, keep them with you. And once that goal is achieved in today's world, then you can go ahead and put it on social media after it's done. But hey, after it's done, point number 3, a mere trickle of tiny drops of water can fill the pitcher. The same way, we must keep collecting knowledge, dharma, and money. I'm sure everyone has heard about little drops make the ocean. This line is credited to Julia Carney and is taken from a poem, Little Things. But now think of what Chanakya said. Didn't he literally mean the same thing? Also, what he's talking about here is called the compounded interest formula that was later called the 8th wonder of the world. Now think about it. This man thought about it in the 2nd BC. Knowledge, money, habits, everything compounds within ourselves. You read little by little about something every day, knowledge is compounding within you. You go and work on your fitness little by little every day, you are getting healthier. Your lifestyle is changing and growing within you. Point number 4, if one craves for comfort, then he should drop the idea of studying. If one wants to study sincerely, then he should stop craving for comfort, and one cannot get comfort and education simultaneously. What he means here is think out of the box, guys. This man said it about 2 millenniums ago, so please go ahead and start thinking out of the box. If you don't get yourself out of the comfort zone, you will be stuck. And you will never be able to be a good leader in the future, especially in tough times when your team needs you the most. Push yourself because others are definitely not going to do it for you. Point number 5. Learn from others' mistakes. Gain knowledge by any means necessary. You learn from mistakes, sure, but they don't need to be your own mistakes all the time. If someone around you has failed, make it a lesson learned in your books too. Or if someone has succeeded, it's a blueprint to get inspired by. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Chanakya said, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you go ahead and put on your spectacles? No, he didn't say that. I'm saying that. But please go ahead and use these words with your perspective. So put on your spectacles. Go ahead, maintain secrets, think twice, talk nice, or just don't talk at all. Talking with emotions can actually lead you to regrets. Okay, guys, time for some quick leadership tips. Leadership equals to power. We are all in the information age where knowledge is king. Let's talk about 4 types of power in today's world. 1, intellectual power. 2, manpower, which is your network, your employees, your customer base. 3, the financial power. 4, enthusiasm and morale. He also said getting to the top is tough, but staying in the top is tougher. 6 things we need to control to make sure we stay on the top. 1, lust. More and more and more and more without helping and building a trusted team with wisdom around you, that is lust. Number 2, anger. Enemy of the right decision. Tell me about it, guys. Number 3, greed can never be satisfied, so please stop being greedy. Number 4, pride. You are better than your ego, my friend. Number 5, arrogance. When you take credit for all the wins and don't even own up to the losses. Number 6, overexcitement. Keep your feelings and emotions in check. Well, now think about these things that he said. Please go ahead and subscribe, comment, and share if you care. My name is Raja Mukherjee, and you are watching Cut the Crop, Harvest Your Profits. I'll see you next week.